the Jewish couple going, to their car by car, and then they were stopped by ISIS.
Yeah.
And they were asked like, "What religion are you following?" So they say, to save their lives, they said, "Yeah, Islam." As they say, "Well, okay, so recite something from Quran."
Yeah.
And they were actually using their own religious text,
Yeah.
not Quran.
Yeah.
Now they said, "Oh yeah, good, go." So now the wife asked the husband, "You didn't recite Quran."
Yeah.
No, the husband said, "If they knew Quran, they wouldn't be ISIS."
Ah. Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Hello Humanists. Today I'm joined by a humanist from Bangladesh. Hello.
Hi, Red. Hi, humanists.
And Shaikat.
Yes. Oh, okay. Let me introduce myself. My name is Shaikat. I come from Bangladesh and be a proud humanist. That's all. I'm a simple human being, but working to restore what human beings should be, and raising my voices, awarding people. That's all.
You're doing great work in Bangladesh. You're part of all of the different like human rights, like progressive groups, like youth groups. Like you're a youth leader in so many different organizations.
Well, it's something like when you start working for a change, and then things come across in a way, and you get attached to as well. But I think it's not something great, because in terms of change, I think we haven't made any change at all, because success is a very tricky thing. But what we have to do is the constant trial, which we are doing, and I think you are doing as well. I mean, through your episodes and many other change making activities, artworks, and many things. So, as like you and many other humanists around the world, and many other like human beings, they understand and believe the existence of human being is the simple truth, and we must respect the opinion, respect the existence and the causes for their actions, and what they want to say. So this is very valuable, and I work to uphold them, and that's what I think. It's my duty. It's a duty for every human being. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not so easy to do your duty. Like it's much easier in our context. Like, tell us about the story of the Bangladesh bloggers. You're one of those, right? Like,
actually, I am much on Facebook and social media, and when the bloggers issues came, in the media since 2013, which was a movement against the war criminals. So then the bloggers were the ones who were the frontiers on social media and different blogs, and they used to write things about secularism and their free opinions. But at the same time, some of the people, especially some of the groups, they found it very radically found it actually against their belief, against their understanding. And some people actually label them as against the religion, especially
blasphemy and all that,
blasphemy, right? all. And as you know, like Bangladesh is a Muslim majority country, which is by constitution it is secular, but then in terms of practically it is Muslim majority country. So the opinions and influences and the cultural issues that always come across. I think of course, some of the bloggers they used to write what they want, and that's actually the exercise of freethinkers.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it hurt, it affected, it touched the people who didn't like it.
Yeah.
Well, that's also democracy. Yeah. That's also the coexistence, because it's not something in the world you have to like it. It's something that in the world you have to understand that people might have different view. It doesn't matter what I don't like, so these people, I just should eliminate these people. I mean, that's not something any person, anyone, any group should consider in that way. Because if you even believe in God, even who I mean, did God give you the license to kill someone because of that person might oppose God?
Yeah.
Because if you understand that God is the supreme, power holder, I mean, the God must come out and take it. You are not the person that you're killing your brothers and sisters in the name of religion and in the name of blasphemy. You just, this is a crime, and that's absolutely a crime. It can never be justified in any sense under any light of religion, culture, whatever. But this is really an absolute crime. I think the Bangladesh government took it very simply and then took steps to arrest the people who were behind them and the groups. But it's still there. It's always there in every society.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, so my involvement since then, I was part of the movement. I was a great supporter, great organizer. I mean, not great, like good organizer, kind of. So being one of them, it was also myself in the light. So I received phone calls and like live threats as well.
no,
So I had to change my home from city I used to live in, which was very confidentially, but. I still fear it is there because I still write on Facebook and
You're
very
still
openly.
very much active on Facebook, lots of followers, and
Well, you have to. Actually, it's not about the people you follow, but it's all about the cause you believe. So it doesn't matter the one person likes or not your Facebook posts or any other social media things you're posting, but it's all about what you are feeling. For example, it becomes like offensive when I don't write against a crime, when I don't speak against any inhuman things. So that becomes a duty of every
like
human
that.
being's duty.
A-
Yeah, that's what I perform.
And you have a very unique way of countering the religious fundamentalism and extremism by using the text. Like, tell us a bit about
That's very interesting. Well, look, I'm dragging back to like what's happening actually over the last week in Bangladesh is there is a fashion house that produced some T-shirts for girls.
Yeah.
And it's apparently saying on written like that, don't touch me.
Yeah.
So that is a very human right and privacy concern, and also security safety issues, that a girl on public transports, they must not be touched by strangers, and that's a sexual harassment. This is a very clear thing.
Yeah.
And so that is the only thing written on the T-shirt.
Yeah.
And couple of these pictures with the models came on the social media, and so the so-called like the men, I think I am calling the so-called men because I mean they were against it. Like, you should not wear a T-shirt, like you should not write like this. We don't touch it. So like it's something like they were offended.
Yeah.
But they should not be offended. They should be welcoming this. Yeah, we should not touch them. That's it. No one should, violate the personal rights and, harass anyone sexually.
Yeah.
So that's a very simple, clear. They made it so difficult. And for example, I posted on social media. I think it's almost like 200 plus comments on there, and it's a huge, debate, by government people, by like even the organizations that work, that they say foundations, they say they work for social change, but they're chief of the foundation was against it. And that's like very strange. And he was using slangs on girls. So that's very sad. But this is very true that these kind of tests come and then it opens the faces. So you must know them. So what I do is like somebody was posting like verses from Quran and Hadith, like the prophets say the girls should wear these. Then in the Quran says like, well, okay. Well, if you confront them in that way, I mean, that's you risk yourself.
Yes.
That's very true. But if you have to be a little creative, because in anywhere in the religion, if there is written for women, I don't believe that any religion is just made for women, like the ruling women. But it is used to. I mean, it's used by the priest, the people who translate them in their way.
Yeah.
So because it's so male dominated, the culture and the history, so there is no her story. So there is always the history.
Yeah.
So in that way, they always use religion as a tool to oppress women, to to validate their rights, and they don't actually, allow them to say that women have rights as well. So in that sense, they write this what women should wear, what not, and I found it like creative. Well, I had to go for and search, what men should wear, because if you be in Bangladesh and there is especially during the winter season, which is a very like little cold and comfortable weather for many. So and then like the religious groups, they organize a lot of gatherings across the country. So that's a good time when the so-called some of the leaders, group, Islamic leaders. So they translate religion like Islam in a way that is all against women. It's all about women, and there is nothing about men.
Yeah.
Like the only thing about man is like men go to heaven and have pleasure.
Yeah.
And then men and women must abide by blah 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 and blah. Out of like somebody's 100-minute speech, if you look at that, like 85 minutes are stored for women, and 15 minutes for the interval.
Yeah.
So that's the point. So I found out what are the things that are written for men. So I collected all this information. Like this is what the Prophet said. This is what from the Quran.
Yeah.
So I made a paragraph with that.
Yeah.
So with the references as well. So when they post, women shouldn't wear this kind of clothes, blah 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 blah. So then I just put that. And now you have nothing to say because you can't just ignore, because with the same references you. So for example, I'm gonna bring you a joke, which is, if time allows, that it's a joke. So it's in a border in Syria. So there was a Jewish couple going. That's a joke. I said it's not true. The Jewish couple going, through their car by car, and then they were stopped by ISIS.
Yeah.
And they were asked like, "What religion are you following?" So they say, to save their lives, they said, Islam. As they say, well, okay, so recite something from Quran.
Yeah.
And they were actually using their own religious text, not Quran.
Yeah.
Now they said, "Oh yeah, good, go." So now the wife asked the husband, "You didn't recite Quran."
Yeah.
No, the husband said, if they knew Quran, they wouldn't be ISIS.
Yeah.
The terrorism has actually no way in violence, no justification in anywhere.
Yeah.
But they translate in a way like, so it's something, not the whole picture. They cut something, sorry, out of the whole picture, and then this is what they translate into the communities, and then the general people, who are following religion. We can say, for example, like some of the people might be radical, might be dangerous for others, but that's not everyone is.
Yeah.
They're always loving people. They will help you. They will support you. So I feel like, you follow a religion, you don't follow a religion. It doesn't matter to a commoner. It always matters to the groups, what they fear, because they sell religion for their survival, for their existence.
To control, right?
To control, and they control society. Either sometimes they control society, sometimes they control the government, the politicians, and if no one to control, women is there. Girls and women control them. Can you believe that when they come with the statement that the costume like burqa or many other garments that I respectful to women's choices to burqa or any other garments, but at the same time when it is imposed by men, what you should wear, like, so the debate is if a girl or woman wears burqa, it doesn't matter. Or any religious garments. Does that mean that they will not be harassed or be victims to sexual harassment or rape? Like yesterday, I just posted on Facebook is about a 2.5 years old kid raped. Now, can I ask, like, were the kid just because the kid was not wearing burqa? So costume and garments doesn't have any issue with sexual harassment. And that has to be made super clear, because this is not something you must, it's all about choice again. So the girls' choices to their garments, we must respect it. At the same time, your choices to follow a religion or not,
Yeah.
that's also be respected. Come on. Like, no religion. So far, I remember that, I recall my memory that, in the religion, it is always said, for example, in Islam, it always do not, force your religion onto others. Now, what we're seeing here, like you're killing people, criticizing it, for criticizing the religion. I think this is wrong, and this is not something that religion was. So what I think is humanism is over on the top as an umbrella to anything down there. It could be a religion, it could be other practices. So, for example, the people who do never follow any religion, never born to a Muslim, Christian, Jew, or any other families. So it doesn't matter, they don't have the right to survive and exist with us.
Yeah.
These are the questions we have to ask, and I think these are the very questions we have to, throw before the people who think religion is everything.
Yeah.
I don't think religion may guide you to some paths, but at the same time, it has also told you to explore other paths.
Yeah.
Look around. You don't need to be blind and go just one way. So, the translation, the how you interpret matters.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So.
Shaikat, you're doing brave, important work in Bangladesh. Congratulations, and please continue to do that.
Well, thank you so much, Red. I think many more people in the country and even beyond, they are contributing to the ideologies that the human beings are the real being here, and they must be given priority over anything. But at the same time, I finally could come with one thing, which is we should spread the knowledge of love, friendship, not war. Yeah. The countries, for example, in South Asia, the much they're investing for purchasing war equipment, tools like fighter planes, and they're also struggling for poverty.
Yeah.
The citizens are dying, and we're not looking at them. Think of the people and everyone in the world, every country and every politician could commit that we do not waste our money for arms. Rather, we spend the money for food, education for people, and we uphold people's choices there. And we are a beautiful, beautiful world. It's so colorful. So it's like, for example, if you determine there is only one religion, true or false, whatever.
Yeah.
No, don't believe in pluralism. Then you just actually understand there is only one color in the world. Yeah. So, but if you have to understand there are a lot of colors, you might not recognize. You might be colorblind. But there are colors you have to understand. So that there are other choices in religion opinions, and people of different colors, races, and that's beauty of the world. We admit it. Yeah, that's
beautifully said. Yeah, thank you so much. And do follow the work of Shaikat. There are links on the description. Please like, share, and subscribe for more Hello Humanists. Until next episode, see you. Bye.
See you.